Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederick Polk here. So, you want to know why corporate media is talking about Joe Biden again? Well, that's because a bunch of hack reporters, they got books to sell. And now's the time to sell them. That's why they're talking about him. And because Joe Biden's an institutionalist, so he's not really going to lash out against these reporters. He's not Trump. He's not going to be on social media. So, he's an easy target. If you think about it, they did the same thing with Obama and Hillary in Trump's first term. That's because corporate media, well, they're a bunch of hacks. They don't really do anything or report the truth. Heck, you're seeing more of that on social media now from independent operators than you're actually doing at these billionaire-owned newspapers. There's a reason for that. And the other part of it is, well, they know what's coming. A potential colossal screw-up under Trump. All these tariffs he keeps putting on and off and on and off. Now he's dictating to Walmart that they should eat the tariffs instead of the consumer, because China paying for it was a massive lie. You know what they call that, Trump? They call that taxes. Corporate taxes, which Democrats and regular folks have been screaming about for years. I think Joe Biden kept talking about corporations paying their fair share and the ultra-rich paying their fair share. You really want to be a populist, that's what you should do. Because after all, they're not going to do it unless you have a law. But maybe that's the point. Because again, talk is cheap. Toothless executive orders, some Truth Social post, that's not going to do anything. They're going to ignore that and pass it right along to us. So we get the tax hike. But that's why corporate media is talking about Joe Biden. Because they're culpable. And they want to provide themselves cover. Because cognitive decline? I'll take Joe Biden's cognitive decline any day. Heck, twice on Sunday over Trump's obvious idiocy plus cognitive decline. But is corporate media going to report on that? Nope. They're going to talk about a guy who's no longer in office, who no longer has any control over anything, instead of the guy that's screwing it up for all of us. And that's why we get the leaders we get. Because we're saturated in misinformation and disinformation. I don't care about Joe Biden anymore. I thought he was a pretty good president and he did what he could. Especially given the obstinance from the Republicans. And corporate media just downplaying every horrible, corrupt, and criminal things that the Republicans have been doing, heck, for the past 20 years. So yeah, that's why they're talking about Joe Biden. Same reason they talked about Hillary. Same reason President Obama got way more negative coverage than any Republican he ever ran against. That's why. Because, well, corporate media carries water for Republicans because they're the ones that give the breaks to the oligarchs. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith. Defend democracy. And I'll see you later.